Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is Rhexyn here, and I am toying around with Soma Bringer today. This is a Diablo-like RPG that you know, has its like dungeon crawling, loot gathering system and stuff like that. So this isn't live, by the way. This is post playthrough. So right now I'm just healing Granada, who is basically my healer, and I'm standing there like an idiot as always. Fun times. But yeah, this is a great game. I started playing this in high school, and it was a really great game for the time. Like, me and my friends used to hang out at his pad all the time, just crank this game out like non-stop. You're like, yo dude, we gotta get to the next stage, we gotta get to the next part and stuff like that. So we were always really excited. So right now, at this stage in the story, we're just figuring out how to deal with a search and rescue that we were asked to do. There's some people that are stuck in Largo Bridge 4. So right now, I'm making my way through that. Let me give you a breakdown of the really big core gameplay of this. There are 6 classes. You got your warriors, you got your mages, you got your rangers, you got your dark knight, you got your ninja, thief, ninja, whatever you like to call it, and we got your paladin. So basically, your battler is your generic warrior. You build him up very high in like defense and HP. Very tanky. He has he's pretty burly. He has a nice attack and stuff like that. So you just build them like that. Very good in vitality, very good in that kind of aspect, very burly and stuff like that. Dark Knights, you can build them any which way. You can make it special based, or you can make it like very physical based. I usually build my Dark Knight very physically, so I use like Dark Slash and like Blood Steps and stuff like that. So no, Blood Chain, there you go. You use Blood Chain. So I usually build him very heavy in HP and very heavy in strength. So he tends to be on the weaker side, but he does a butt ton of damage, so it's perfect. So with my ninja class, I always build it very glass cannon-y. Almost all of it in attack, hardly anything in anything else. I try to invest a little in magic, so I don't end up staying there like, oh, what the hell, I can't do anything here anymore. But yeah, that's basically how I build them. They have the highest DPS rate out of any class, especially with the fist thing. So they're really, really strong. I love it. Right now we just got to the what's it called? We got to save these guys. We got to do the search and rescue. So now we are oh, well, I wasn't trying to save. Right now, we just checked the scenario, and we haven't gotten to the next stage yet. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go to the battle command, and we're going to go talk to Colonel Getz, who is, honestly, I think, Panther Caroso from Star Fox Assault. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm pretty sure that it's him. Don't take my word for it. I mean, just watch. Like, there you see? Panther Caroso! Fantastic. So now you'll see me fumbling through the entire menu. So I go from the landing bay to the Largo Bridge entrance, and then after that I realized, oh no, I'm supposed to it's the other side, so I go back to Hangar 1. And then after that I get access to Largo Bridge. I get to go past Largo Bridge 4 and start heading out to the fortress where the nitty-gritty stuff is inside. So we transport to Largo Bridge 4, and then we go up. And so let's do a little bit of a breakdown on like what we can like see in like in terms of like abilities. Abilities basically are your like special moves and stuff like that. So you get your generic like, oh, you get your like special like, you know, 1-2 hit combo and stuff like that. Well, that's for ninjas. Ninjas have like a special way of like, you know, fighting and stuff like that. So you use a combo system. So yeah, so you have like different ones and stuff like that. So I don't like using. No, I like fists are my like main weapon and stuff like that in this game. My other main weapon would be dual blades. Well, this one, dual blades. They do a little bit of damage, but they hit fast, so the DPS accumulates a little bit faster. Two-handed clubs, I don't use them. So these are your subsequent abilities and stuff like that. So you have, you know, your skills, like dual skills, fist skills, and stuff like that. And then you have your evasion up, and then you got your venom weapon up. Well, your venom weapon, which basically imbues your weapon with poison. I don't use guard SP heal because it's trash. Guard stance is trash. Hide could be very good, but it's 30-second cooldown, so I'm just like, oh no, why? Super Venom's amazing. So if you manage to poison an enemy, you end up, you know, infecting the surrounding enemies. Blocking still trash and stuff like that. So, I mean, that's basically a breakdown of what ninjas can do and stuff like that. So right now we're gonna make our way to Largo Bridge 1, I think. I'm not entirely sure. I don't remember where I'm going. I remember when I'm going. So it's always fun. So now I can go upstairs, and there's an event cutscene here. Let me just skip that real quick. All right, time to beat up more peeps. Yeah. So in this game we like ninjas, like I mentioned, combo system and stuff like that. So that kind of goes along with like the overarching gameplay thing. So there's these things called breaks. There's two types of breaks. There's S break and break and then S break. Regular break kind of stuns them for a few seconds, and how you can indicate where a break is and stuff like that is where, you know, you see the exclamation points. If you see the red ones, those are yours, so be careful. If you see yellow ones, then that's the opponent's. So when you see yellow stuff, when you see a yellow exclamation point, that means you're doing some damage, which is always good. Let's see. Oh, no, I gotta... What's it called? I only have 2. Ugh, I forgot. I only have 2, so I guess what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back to the... What's it called? We're gonna go back to the hangar, and we're gonna go get some... You know, we're gonna get some items and stuff like that. So, pro tip, best way to make money in this game is by selling all of the items that you can't use. Basically, all the weapons that you have and you can't use, you just sell them and you make instant bank. So right now I'm gonna set myself up with 30 mid bottles and 30 mid crystals, which should last me till like the fortress, till I get to the fortress, which would be in about I'd say about 10 minutes. I'll be right outside the fortress in about 10 minutes. So you see all that red stuff, you can't use that you can't use items in red, so just sell everything. I decided not to sell the edges because I'm probably gonna eventually turn into a dual blade user, because dual blades are fun. I use it in Monster Hunter, so aerial DBs, Monster Hunter generation, woo. So yeah, so there you might notice that there's different, you know, colors, and that indicates rank. So basically, white ones are the weakest ones, then blue ones are like rank 1 still, rank 2 is yellow, rank, and then you get legendary rank, quote unquote, for the red ones, but the red ones are legendary weapons. And it's like similar things that you can find in like Diablo. So the rank depends on what type of weapon that you ended up catching. So I don't like selling legendary weapons because I like to keep them as like a consolation prize and stuff like that. So at this point, I'm just gonna sell like all the shields that I have and just other things. So yeah, and then you see the Yogurt Disc. I don't sell the Yogurt Disc. I sell the Magical Tiara, which is grayed out, which means I can't use it. Okay, well, let me explain. Red names I can use, but I can't use abilities with corresponding that stuff. Grayed out names is something that I just cannot use in general. So, red names can use, but no abilities. Gray ones cannot use whatsoever. Usually, I just sell the weapons with red names, and that's pretty much it. It's pretty much over. So, yeah, I got bombarded here, and it was pretty bad. But managed to make it out alive. Not too bad. Managed to get a drop. And yeah, I can't use guns at all whatsoever, and I don't have any specific abilities towards it, so toss it into the box and it'll be sold soon. So we're gonna make our way to the fortress. Ugh. Yeah, Vorpal Arm scares the ever-living crap out of me because those things hit so hard. And yeah, and they also cause stun, and stun sucks because imagine this: so you're fighting, and then you get stunned, and then after that you get after that you get S broken, and then after that you get juggled because there's juggling in this game too. So you launch him, and then you juggle, and then you cause significantly more damage. So yeah, so you see stun again. That sucks, but I managed to have my my little buddies as break that thing, so I wouldn't die, which is always nice. So we're at West Largo Bridge 2 now, and we're just gonna defeat more enemies and stuff like that. Those cannon trains actually have some pretty interesting like drops and stuff like that. And right here I was dying. I was like, wait, what's happening? I look away and I'm dying. So bad. So yeah, just beat these guys up real quick and stuff. There you go. Managed to circle around and just beat the crap out of it. But Granada ended up returning to base because she got bopped by that train, if I recall correctly. So, oh yeah, also there, you might see some little like indications of like little flares at the end of those like names. Those monsters are significantly stronger than their regular counterparts, which have no flares at the end of their names, but those flares guarantee a drop. So basically, the game tells you, oh man, this creature's stronger, but man, you will be rewarded. But in any case, it's super negligible. Like, with the amount of damage that you do later in the game, it's like, oh, well, they have flare, but I'll get a drop. I know this. And you go, and then you kill them, and you're like, yay, drops. And you figure out what to do. Alrighty. So what did I get? Soma Crystal, Battle Arm, and Red Orb. Unfortunately, I put the Red Orb in my bag, so I'm just like, oh, wait. So you can just send it back down to the storage and stuff like that. Orbs you can imbue into your weaponry and your armor to have, like, you know, increased effects and stuff like that. I prefer the Life Orb and the Energy Orb, which increase my maximum HP and my maximum SP. I like to, and the orbs have levels, and they max out at level 5. Well, specific orbs max out at level 5. Some other orbs max out at level 3, or they have level 1 max, stuff like that. Like Rainbow Orb. Rainbow Orb has a level 1 level 1 max, but it increases your No, wait, that's the that's trying to remember that. No, Rainbow Orb goes up to level 3, and it increases all of your elemental resistances by 3%, which is pretty okay. It's not that bad. But you get armor and you get weaponry that just increase it so much that, like, that kind of stuff is useless. All resistances are you basically find a weapon or an accessory with all resistances. But here I get a Silver Katar, which is great. So my attack gets boosted by 8, and I get a 20% boost. I get a Dark Resistance plus 10%, attack speed plus 10%, and comps plus 1. So basically the comps class abilities get a plus 1. So my abilities get instantly stronger. So that was a really lucky, lucky drop for my part. So I immediately equip it. I have like a really crappy iron knuckle, so now I have like really cool silver guitar. And yeah, some drops are absolutely amazing, and they just completely change the build of your guy, and it's just like, yo, this is freaking hype. Alright, so that Vorpal arm is, not a big deal, and stuff like that. So let's see. The reason why this is pre-recorded is because I messed up the recording file on the other one, the live recording, and that was a little bit more animated. This one's a bit more, detailed, like a little bit more constructed and more detailed and stuff like that. So, usually my live performances with Let's Plays kind of, are erratic and stuff like that, very loud. They peak out too much, but in this one, it's a little bit more subdued, a little bit more quiet. I mean, I like this version. I probably would consider this a lot more for quick plays and stuff like that. I have, I play live, and then I give a pretty detailed explanation of what the game is, how I came about it, how has this game impacted, my association with video games and stuff like that. So, yeah, and then I found another, I lost out on Soma crystals, so I restocked on my mid crystals. So now we now have a new Soma gate that we can access to, like, permanently, so now we can just teleport there. Now we get to fight a mini-boss, which is the Metal Walker. Metal Walker, he's weak to wind, and, but he's a pushover. It's not a big deal. He is, it's not a big deal. I do get beat up in this one, but not a problem. So yeah, as long as I keep on doing, my 1-2-3 hit combos, which you get two different ones. You get I like the assassination combo, because the assassination that's for dual blades. You basically have a chance to automatically kill that opponent, like, regardless of HP. It doesn't work on bosses, that, blah blah blah. You don't want them to get inherently broken. So, I'm just trying to avoid these bullets and not die. So, just keep on hammering him with a 1-2-3 combo. This combo is a element combo. So basically, if I do my moves in a successful order, combo 1, combo 2, combo 3, I end up having an elemental boost at the third combo. So Hawk Upper gives me a wind attribute element, and since the machines are weak to wind, it makes the battle go by a little bit faster. So I end up getting a rank 2 Battle Greave, which is pretty nice. The thing that I really liked about it is the movement speed. The movement speed is fantastic. It's always nice to have. I'd rather have, attack speed up, but because ninjas, really thrive with, hitting quickly and stuff like that. You getting out the most DPS in the shortest amount of time as possible. But movement speed is very nice. It offers some, like, maneuverability, and it offers you a little bit, easier way to, get out of a hairy situation. So I leveled up, and I gave my ability points to Venom Weapon and Evasion up, which is always nice. With stats, I always invest in attack every single time, whether it be, a little tiny chunk of the entire shebang, which is 3 points, or, most of it, which is 2 points. So I always manage to invest in something. So we skip this, to get to the control room in the forest basement, activate the level 4 control rods. So at this point, we're going to be heading out into the, into the fortress. So basically, this is where the video starts to end and stuff like that. So, I mean, if you guys liked what you saw, please let me know. I would love to Let's Play this. I'm probably going to Let's Play this, but because I don't see very many Soma Bringer Let's Plays. In any case, you know where to find me. Yeah, that's it. I'll catch you guys in the next episode of Rhex Plays something. Catch you guys later.